Warning, we are about to spoil the movie Pandorum. If you haven't seen the film and plan on watching it, then click away now. Or if you've already seen it, or you just don't care, then please stick around.
Pandorum? Nah, I use Spotify. Oh wait, sorry, Pandorum? I didn't know they already made the Borderlands movie.
I gave you a choice and you chose all of the above. Hello everybody and welcome to Cinema Roulette. Today we are doing the third movie of Movie Month, a 3 out of 9.
Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah?
Because we jokingly said, because there's only 2 movies that are technically in color.
Yes.
But this movie is mostly in the dark with a bunch of gray background.
That is true.
So it's still kind of black
of.
and white.
Although there was a surprising amount of color. I was pleasantly surprised by that, especially since this was the days of, desaturated colors and all that.
2009.
I do not miss the cinematography of that era.
I have a joke here.
Well, that's all right, because we're reviewing Pandorum.
You're all that's left of us. Good luck. God bless. And Godspeed.
That's silence, as is tradition at this point.
I was very tempted to lean into the mic and scream as loud as possible.
Of course you were. Of course you were. I am not surprised in the least. So yes, Pandorum. This is a movie that I remember. I think I picked it up at like Mark's or something. It was in one of those bargain bins for like $5 initially. So I was like, okay, this looks interesting. And it was a movie I watched quite a bit a ways back. But I hadn't seen this movie in years, and so I am glad to say that it still holds up for the most part. So
yeah, it's honestly really good.
It's a really solid horror movie. So I think we'll just get right into it, and we do have some fun facts later on for you, courtesy of Justin.
Because research.
Yes.
Sometimes we do it.
Sometimes, yes.
But anyway, a plot synopsis. So we're in the future. Now go ahead and flip your coin. Is the future good or bad? And make sure you use the Chuck E. Cheese token. Heads is bad. Mm-hmm. Everything went to hell. Luckily, we found space travel. And so we have something called the Elysium. And we see them be told, like, you're our last hope.
A little closer. There you go.
I'm just going to talk full volume, but I don't want to break things.
That's fair.
Ow.
Like you just did.
Shut up.
But they're on the Elysium. The Elysium is told that it's Earth's final hope. And then we hard cut to even more in the future with a man waking up. His name is Bauer. Bauer. And Bauer wakes up and is like, what the fuck? And does some gross ass shit with hoses in his arms and peeling off his own skin. Mm-hmm. Because when you're in deep sleep, a lot of your dead skin grows, and then it's just kind of there, and you can peel it off like a snake.
Yep. I'm assuming the body doesn't have enough energy or whatever to actually drop the dead skin, so it just piles up or something.
Or since they're frozen, it could just stay there.
It could just stay.
Well.
That's true. It is cryo sleep, so yeah.
I actually really like that because we find that all the people who are supposed to be on the ship have tattoos on their arm, and you can actually see on the dead skin there was still a tattoo there.
Oh, that's a nice touch.
It's actually a miracle tattoos work if you want a random tangent.
That is true, just with how they inherently are. Like, it's just ink right under your skin.
Well, the way it should work with cells is, like, move. You should
it
see
should
it
move
slowly
out,
move.
right? Like, slowly move.
Yeah, it should slowly move apart and whatnot as your skin regenerates. But it just doesn't.
It just doesn't. Yeah. So, I guess it was just a happy accident that we found that.
Magic.
Yes. Magic and needles.
But anyway, Bauer's awake, and no one else is, and the ship is all dusty, and everything seems terrible, and he doesn't remember anything. Luckily, he finds someone named Pan, who also wakes up. I think he's corporal.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant, that's right. And Lieutenant's like, okay, we need to turn shit on. So luckily there's this manual power. Oh wait, stuff's still not working. Hey, can you go fix it? Because you said some techie stuff, so you're probably a technician and you'll get your memory back and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, sure, awesome. They've possibly been asleep for 8 years at this point. Just a rough estimate.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's right.
Yep.
They also saw a cryopod for someone named Cooper, but after Bauer almost panics in the vents trying to get out, because he's trying to get out of the room, turn on the reactor to open the door to the main front of the ship. He's going through the tube and falls and finds a corpse, which turns out to be Cooper.
Yep. Because he's like going through the vents, but all of a sudden, like vents, go different directions. But it takes a minute to realize, oh shit, I'm facing downward.
Yeah. But he gets out of the vents into a boot locker, literally just a locker full of boots. Why does an air vent go right in there? Wouldn't the whole place smell like feet? Anyway.
You would think. I assume the idea was take the nasty boot smell and pump it up and out of the ship.
But it goes
leads
everywhere.
directly, it leads directly to the other rooms. So...
At least he didn't get reverse Willy Wonka.
Oh, yeah.
Just a fan waiting at the bottom.
Honestly.
But then he sees another person. She isn't very nice.
Yeah. Immediately tries to attack him and steal his boots.
Well, she tells him to take off his boots, which that never comes up again.
I assumed the first time I watched it that was for silence against the things, but that's the only reason I can really think of, and it's not really stated why she wants his boots.
Yeah, that seemed like a logical thing because we see the monsters in a second, but he never takes them off and she never yells at him for it, so maybe that was just something left in the script. Mm-hmm. Which has a weird thing about it, but we'll get to it later.
Ooh, I'm excited because he's withheld some of these from me, and I'm very excited.
Yes. Bauer runs from the monsters. At this point, his radio to Pan is kind of being fucky-wucky. We also find out what the title of the movie means. It means there is a group. It means that someone on a spaceship goes crazy, and the only way they can think of to unpanic is basically kill everyone.
Yeah, basically, because there was an instance of they show a flashback where there was a captain who went crazy, basically just ejected everyone into their space to die.
Yeah, just so everyone was off the ship. It's like being stuck on there for so long drives them mad.
Yeah, and it's a very morbid moment because you actually see one of the pods go behind the guy just screaming, no!
Also, we run into a guy named Shepard. Shepard gets eaten and dies.
Yeah, almost immediately.
Yeah. And Bauer almost dies, but we get new friend. Friend does not get name.
He never gets named, nor does he speak a lick of English.
But he at least somewhat understands Bauer, so they're working together. They run into the lady again who tries fighting the new friend, but then Bauer he found a riot gun, shoots that in the air, and is like, okay, how about we all just work together to not die?
Yeah.
And lady's like, okay, that's fair.
All right. And the guy's just like, I have no idea what they're talking about, but okay. They not attack. I won't attack.
And they need to and they still work on finding the reactor. They do take out one of the monsters. It needs to be a 3v1, but we did it.
Yeah.
Also, this ship was housing millions of other people to go escape Earth. Oh, right. We run into it's the wise old black man cliche.
It is, unfortunately. Yeah.
It's not super terrible, but it's still...
It's still the wise old black man cliche. Yeah. And I mean, it was 2009, so that was still a thing, unfortunately.
Well, it's been a thing since...
Is it still going on? Really?
Well, it'd been a thing since, the 70s, so... Maybe even 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I forget which. Anyway, where it started. It was after civil rights, though. Because we needed to be nice to them.
Yes.
Instead of giving them actual characters, we found new cliches.
Yup.
Also, at this time, Pan is still just in the cockpit, and he ran into some other dude who turns out to also have been on the bridge, and he's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But it's probably fine. Probably. Anyway, we get the explanation of what the hell happened in the past few years. This is the last ship to leave Earth because, a few years after it left, Earth just exploded.
Earth's gone.
We don't know if it was nuclear war. We don't know if it was an asteroid. Earth is just gone.
Yep.
So this is literally the last hope for humanity.
Yep. And they said, like, you're all that's left. That's it.
Yep. Which, yeah, for some people, that's a bit soul-crushing.
Yeah. I could see why I could drive someone to Pandorum.
And, I forget if it's here. Oh, also the soldier's name was Gallo, who Payne runs into.
Gallo.
But yeah, the ship also went a bit crazy. That's why everything's a bit out of function. Oh, the internet's off.
Yeah, I realized this. Don't worry.
I know. I caught it and my brain just kept talking.
It's fine.
We get a moment where, we get to the reactor, but there's a bunch of the monsters sleeping. We've also found out that the monsters were some of the civilians on the ship, but because they had like special things injected into them so they would adapt to the new planet easier or even better than a normal human. But since they were stuck on the ship for so long, they adapted to that environment.
Yeah, like it was kind of like a mini evolution type thing. So,
but we get the reactor on, burn most of the monsters, and head back to the front of the ship, where Payne had to lock up Gallo because Gallo was doing the title of the movie. Pandorum. There it is.
there it is.
I couldn't. But we also saw another casket, or, well, not casket, but pod for Payne. So Bauer kind of knows, hey, Payne ain't in the up and up. So anyway, it turns out Payne has just had an imaginary friend of Gallo because he is Gallo.
Yep, that was his younger self.
Yeah, and Gallo was the person who we found out about Pandorum from. He was the original dude who let everyone go. Mm-hmm. Which, why are there still people on the ship if he was in this ship?
Presumably it was a different ship earlier.
But we still put him on another one?
I know, right? Like, why would you
execute him?
Yeah, why would you trust him with that? He killed hundreds of people.
And also, they get a reveal that there are no stars. We open the windows, basically, and there's nothing. Mm-hmm. And luckily, it's not because the universe has ended.
Yes.
It turns out it's been 900 years instead of 8.
Which explains evolution giving its time for them to adapt like that.
But it's been 900 years, and they did land on the planet. Just so happens they landed on the ocean and sank to the bottom.
Yep. So literally this entire time, the ship has been on the ocean floor.
Which I would wonder if that would explain some of the gravity, but the ship probably had artificial gravity.
Yeah.
Could you make gravity stronger in that case?
It presumably would, because you have... Well, we don't know the gravity of the planet they're on, so...
Actually, that would explain gravity in the sense, because the power is off if the reactor isn't on.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Unless we were just supposed to go with artificial gravity's always on, but
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Either take that as a hint or take that as easy storytelling. You be the judge.
Yes.
Basically, Payne is like, okay, I'm giving you an out here, buddy. You could be crazy with me, and it will be okay. And Bauer, while having a little bit of a mental break, goes, No. And then he breaks the window. The ship starts to flood. Him and, also the two people before, the one friend and the dude who was in the chamber explain what happened to Earth. They're both dead, but Chick survives because this is a 2009 movie.
Yep.
We need a love interest.
Mm-hmm.
But Bauer and the love interest, I'm also not being mean. They never say her name.
They don't.
It's only in the end credits, and I forget which one. But they get to one of the pods, and he launches out because instead of going in depths of space, he'll just go up in the water.
Yep.
And also, since the ship started flooding, well, first off, Payne dies. But then the ship's like, okay, we're in super dense space now, so we gotta shoot all this out. Some people will get that joke.
Yeah.
And all the remaining pods are shot up to the surface. So then we get a nice Payne shot of the new planet looking all pretty. Zoom out and it says, whatever the name of the planet was, I forget.
Yeah.
Population 1,213.
Oh, nice. You actually wrote down the number.
I didn't. I just
really?
remembered it.
Damn.
Yeah, it was an easy number.
1,213?
Yep.
I can see why.
It's either that or 31. I know there's 2 1s, a 2, and a 3.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Pandorum.
Yeah. So, again, I am glad this movie holds up because the horror and everything is really good. I've always dug the film's atmosphere. The atmosphere is really solid. It's almost like a modern day Alien type aesthetic to it.
It's very Dead Space.
Yes.
If you enjoy the game Dead Space, watch this movie.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. It's probably better than the Dead Space movies.
I hate Downfall. I only saw that one, and I know the one after that is way worse.
Mm-hmm.
Downfall just annoys me because apparently there were laser chainsaws on the Ishimura, and you don't get that in the game.
That's bullshit.
I want a chainsaw.
Right?
I know I have the Ripper, but that's besides the point.
Yes.
Anyway, random tangent over.
But yeah, I do definitely a really good job with the atmosphere, and the cinematography definitely helps, even because a lot of the editing is very fast, but I can kind of see why they did it to make it feel kind of more claustrophobic.
And it feels super claustrophobic, especially the vent thing.
Oh yeah, you just want to get the fuck out of there.
When Bauer starts panicking in there, you feel that. It's like,
I
want out.
Yeah.
It's hot in here. I can't breathe. Let me leave.
Because it's not just a vent. There's literally like cooling wires all around him. He's like crawling through these wires and shit.
Yeah, and he has a horror game flashlight where it hardly sees 2 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it's a glow stick, not a flashlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is a glow stick. Right.
I mean, he does have a flashlight with him, but it's hard to crawl and hold a flashlight forward.
So he just kind of puts a glow stick in his mouth and does that.
Yeah, I would have honestly been okay too if Payne was completely cut out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like if it was just Bauer slowly crawling through the ship
and just trying to figure everything out. Like I know you need like some grounding for like here's your objective, but we could have kind of done that a different way. So
yeah, because since he woke up in the control room, he could have gone to like a computer or something and said, reactor failure or whatever was going on, and he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, because I do really like Dennis Quaid, but yeah, you're right. The character kind of it could have been gone differently. Like it's not bad by any
He's
chance.
not bad by any means. So even though there are some moments where it's like, oh yeah, Dennis Quaid's in the movie.
Yeah, hey, I'm still here too, giving a very Harrison Ford-like performance, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So
trying Harrison Ford, not paycheck Harrison Ford.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and the cinematography is good. Again, I remember it being a lot darker, probably because it was just the DVD version. There wasn't as much resolution, but I was pleasantly surprised at how much color is actually in the movie, because there are times where there's like one room where it's like completely red or whatever, but you do get like lighting here and there, even though a lot of it is very dark, very like poorly lit. You do get some splash of color in there, and there's like a safe white room which holds all the plants and stuff that were from the earth and stuff like that.
Hopefully those are okay.
Yeah, because I think she mentioned at one point, she's like, yeah, we've lost 100 some specimens, but the rest are fine.
Yeah, she only had like 300 left or something.
Yeah.
Only negative I would say is the film has a lot of jump scares.
Yeah, it does rely a little heavily on those. So,
like, and they're not even good ones.
No, I don't think any of them got me, if I'm being honest.
No, it was always so obvious when they were coming, because they did the 2000s thing where the music suddenly cuts out and it goes dead silent.
And then, it's like, oh boy, here comes a jump scare. Yep, there it is.
Actually, something scared me more before the jump scare happens, when he's first hiding from the monsters, and then his radio kicks back on and Payne talks through while he's trying to hide.
That is a good, like, that kind of like makes your heart jump almost, because the whole thing is like he was talking to Peyton on the radio, but then it cuts out and he loses him, but he happens to get the reception back right as he's trying to hide from the monsters.
Yeah. And it was very much like a Quiet Place moment, like when something finally makes noise, it's just like, oh, that was mine. Sorry.
Okay, you're fine.
Hold on, I will go on Do Not Disturb real quick. Sorry about that, audience. I know, even though I said it was mine, someone still had to check their phone or their computer.
Because I immediately looked over for my phone, but I don't have my phone with me, just thinking it was me. Because I remember I did leave the speaker on. So
what was I going on about?
Jump scares,
yeah. Oh, the one scare. It worked in that very Quiet Place way, and that level of tension when it's in the movie is so good.
The level of tension is really good when it's in the movie. It's just, the jump scares come in and you're like, oh, okay, come on. Sometimes.
It was never a good payoff.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I didn't mention this in the synopsis, but a chamber opens when they're being chased by monsters, like one of the tubes, and a dude's just eaten alive. That was actually the actor of Bauer. That was his brother.
No shit.
And this is the first movie when both of them were in the same film.
Oh, that's cool.
It's just funny.
Yeah, because he comes out of the tube, but then they like I think immediately stab him through the throat and the back or something, right? Just and then they all go at him because they have like spears and shit that they use. So
Yeah, the gore is also really good in the
oh
movie.
yeah, well, gore is solid for sure, and just that opening moment with the pie is just so like it's not just one that he's pulling out of his arm; it's multiple that he's yanking out. I'm like
Yeah, there's like IV tubes in him, and you see it under the skin getting pulled out.
It
It's
is
so
the worst. It reminds me of a moment actually from the Evil Within 1 DLC that was really, really good because the whole setup is Kidman is going into the place just kind of find out what happened and all that. And in order to do that, they put like a big needle in her arm.
Yeah.
But then like she goes to the world and like she gets there and the needle's still in her arm, but she like slowly pulls out this long needle from like her wrist. And then she pulls out and it like goops green goop. I was like, no.
Oh, jeez.
It's so bad. I like felt I had to pause the game and just go, oh.
Just describing that, I feel it in my fucking arm.
It was the worst. But yeah, that's all solid. And the monster design also really solid.
Yeah,
So,
looks cool enough.
yeah, definitely. Nothing like spectacular, but yeah, there were some good designs. Like they all have like spikes and shit coming out of their back, like fake stuff. And then there's this one dude with like a split face and all that.
Which
So-
I really wish his death was like someone reaching in there and pulling it in half.
Yeah, because the one dude was fighting him, the guy who didn't speak English.
Yeah.
I was really hoping he'd just go, whack. Yeah, that would have been rad as fuck.
Just Doomslayer his ass.
Yeah. And yeah, cinematography's good. Music's fine, does its job, so it's not too intrusive like it was in a lot of early 2000 or I guess late 2000s horror movies, but it's that time period, I
Yeah.
guess. And all the actors do a great job, honestly.
Yeah,
Props
everyone
to
does
them.
good.
So,
And you want some fun facts?
oh yes, please. It's time for fact time. I'm very excited for
Well,
this.
first off, I already told you this.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be a trilogy, but sadly the film did not do good enough at the box office, so
Yep.
it's most likely been dropped.
I don't even think it made back its budget.
It did.
So, because I read it was like 34 million was the budget, and it got like 20, I think, some million.
It was originally supposed to be a budget of 200,000.
Was it originally?
Yes, originally the director just was going to make like a super independent film, but the studio,
No,
I forget which
dude.
studio picked it up. If I could scroll real quick. Impact Pictures. That's
Impact
the studio.
Pictures.
They read the script and they loved it and then gave him that big of a budget, which he didn't think he'd ever get because of how
Nice.
dark the tone is.
Fair. Because it is a hard R horror movie. It doesn't pull any punches. So.
Yeah. Also, this was originally supposed to be about prisoners on a ship. But another person who helped write the script read it, and it was actually similar to his screenplay Nowhere, which was about 4 astronauts in a similar situation. So they stitched both scripts together.
That's interesting.
And
I don't think I've ever heard of that being done before.
yeah, I haven't either. Like, they were just so similar, and it's like, okay, you have good ideas and there's good ideas here, so we could just put it together.
That's cool. So when did it get changed to military then?
I think that was with the second script mainly. So, well, also with the prisoner story, Bauer was going to be a non-prisoner, so like one of the guards or something.
Okay.
So it just kind of fit in that way.
Neato.
Also with the ending, the way the original script was written, the director did not plan out like where it's going to begin, middle, end. He just wanted it to flow naturally till it felt like the story wrapped.
Okay.
And he didn't actually know the twist of it being underwater
Really?
until, because he was stuck on it, and it wasn't until he went for a walk with his dog and was looking up at the stars, but then saw his dog. This is what he says. You can take it with a grain of salt if you want. But his dog was drinking from a puddle, and he was like, that's the exact opposite. Let's go with that.
Oh, so it was like a darker shadow puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
So all thanks to a dog.
Awesome.
We got that pretty cool
yes.
twist.
That dog was in fact a good boy.
Also, there are multiple ways to tell Bauer isn't not Bauer. Payne isn't who he says he is.
Yeah, because you notice the one with the uniform being the same, I think.
Yes. the Gallo is wearing a Pan uniform later.
Yeah.
Even though Pan never gives him one.
Yep. So.
But also, when he first gets out of the cryo chamber, he has less dead skin than Bauer did. Even though both were supposed to be in for the same amount of time.
That's just clever. Like.
Also, if you pay attention to the tattoo, because the tattoos in the movie say which flight squad you're a part of.
Yeah, it's like whatever number flight squad and then what you are, basically.
Yeah.
So.
And if you're Flight Squad 1, you have command over everyone. Flight Squad 2 doesn't have command over one, but so on.
It's kind of like a chain where everyone, yeah.
But with Payton's, it says Flight Squad 2 instead of 5, like Bauer's.
I didn't catch that. Okay.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of little details that hint that he is not who he says he is.
That's really cool.
Also, the main character actually ate bugs. There's no way to say that. Like, he was persistent about not eating special effects to actually eat a cricket. I don't know why.
Yeah, absolutely insistent. I don't think it's too much of a spoiler that he old boyed it.
Yeah.
Which, if you want to see our review to that, you can go on Cinema Roulette.
Well, I think Old Boy had harder.
Oh, yeah. Well, definitely, because if you guys don't know, an Old Boy, he was actually like a hard practicing Buddhist. And, you can't kill or eat animals if you are. So he literally had to say a prayer before every take that he ate the squid.
Yeah, he ate a lot. Or was it an octopus?
I think it might have been octopus.
But yeah, it was a live octopus.
Yeah.
And he did like 6 times.
Yeah. But yeah, here he was insistent. No, I'm going to eat that cricket.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm honestly happy that this what was going to be a very low budget movie got this big budget because it turned out great.
It did. They definitely use it to their full advantage. So,
and it is now happily getting a cult following. So
awesome. That's cool. Nice.
And those fans really want those sequels. They're not happening.
They're not happening, guys. Sorry. Like, let's be real here. And I think we were briefly discussing this too. I don't know how a sequel would work. Like,
yeah, I mean, it would have to be them like trying to get used to the planet or something, but then that's a completely different movie than what we have.
It's like you can't really go from horror to more survival. Like it'd feel like a bit of a downgrade to me, at least.
Well, I mean, you still can, but it would kind of ruin the ending of the first one if it turns out, the planet is like super deadly and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, also the little kid monster.
Mm-hmm.
That was the director's, is it daughter or son? Hold on.
One of the two.
Daughter. It was the director's daughter.
That's cool. Nice.
But yeah, just this movie in general, I'm happy with the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
And just I like that it feels like Alien in the sense of that retro.
Yeah, future.
Yeah, retro future, but slightly upgraded.
Yeah, it's not as decrepit or like downtrodden or whatever. It's a little more clean.
Yeah, it's I guess I'd call it like diesel punk or something.
Yeah. But yes, I am very happy about that, and I'm very happy it holds up. So
yeah.
Yes, that was Pandorum. We definitely recommend watching it, especially if you like Dead Space.
Yeah, it might be on Tubi when this comes out. It is at the moment, but we're in June.
Yeah, so we don't know. I don't know how often they take stuff off of Tubi. So
I don't either, but it shouldn't be hard to find because it is a relatively cheap film.
Yeah, you can get the Blu-ray for pretty cheap. I'm pretty sure that's how I did, at least, just through Amazon.
Or you originally found it in the bargain bin. So.
Yeah, well, I still have the DVD somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rebought the Blu-ray for this. So. But yes, with the review out of the way, it is time to do the thing again.
What time are we at?
32.
Oh, sick.
Yep.
Hold on, I'm setting up the recording.
You're fine.
Come on, do the thing. Thank you. Thank you, computer. Now I
Thank
can do
you.
my job.
Oh, gee, Miz.
We're down to 6 movies, and we haven't even touched Noir yet.
Yep.
So anyway, like, it's time.
Time. Yes, say the thing. Do it, do it.
Deke, what are you doing? Spin.
Spin! You son of a bitch!
Okay, fine. We'll do the Noir. Kiss Me Deadly is next.
All right, that's a good one.
Is it, though?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
We'll find out next time.
On Cinema Roulette.
Unless next 200th episode, that's 200th episode.
Yeah, that's your.
We don't know at this point.
Fucking. Anyway, yeah, just fucking end it.